Streaming. Dun 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 dun. I'm only 10 minutes late, it's fine. Okie dokie. Okity. Okity dokity. So, continue from my last. No, I'm not going to continue from my last save. Join game. We have a new world. A new world to start in. So I'm actually ready to go. Oh, there you are. It's Miles.
Hello.
I just
I was just listening to a favorite song, so I
nice.
forgot.
Let me just go mess with some.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a whole new visuals update and everything. I haven't played this game.
Oh yeah, no. So the visuals update might cause ocular cancer.
Okay.
It's not impossible. It was yeah. It was. We'll say it received mixed reviews. And then also reported this. I have the music up to my bed. There we go.
Oh, hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Did you say you could only direct connect to the server?
So I did get it to work. I had to fix my browser settings in Space Engineers.
Okay.
So in the join game, which do you have it in your favorites?
It usually pops up in his. I don't know how to add things to favorites.
Okay, it might be in history. I've only been able to add things to favorites outside of Steam. Or not outside of Steam, but outside of the game.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, in the Steam client, you go to View Servers.
Hmm.
And then you can add stuff to your favorites there. I think you can, like maybe when you direct connect, you can go to the server. Or you can add to favorites or something. But this should work because it's in my history now. And it's showing you my favorites.
I do not have it in my history.
Okay. If you open the advanced server search settings,
Yes.
and there's a mods filter, and you either uncheck it or set the range to include 6 in some fashion.
Are we doing the Nanite Control Factory?
Nanite is on, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Is that the only one?
No, there's some encounter mods.
Encounter mods.
Yeah, so stuff that'll spawn a wider variety of cargo ships, and then some bases on planets, and then a couple of support mods to make those function, but they're all vanilla designs.
Oh, okay. So I don't need to like go and download them.
Right, yeah, you shouldn't need to. The server should just... And you shouldn't actually need to download nanites either. I think the server will throw that on you.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, at least that's what happened whenever I did it. My friend was hosting one with like Stargate and high speed and stuff, and I connected and the server downloaded it right away.
So I am not finding it. Is it just called the same name?
No, it's called Rebirth now. The world is. The server I changed to Infrajala. So good luck on that one. Do you have the IP?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Throw it in the Discord or something.
Yeah, it's in the Steam group too.
Oh,
I
okay,
finally did that. I updated that for the first time in 8 months. Let me, where's the best way for me to do that? Let's go groups. I'll throw this on the server or on the Discord chat. Beep. And beep. And then you should be able to direct connect and add to favorites. Copy. Go over here. Go over there. Spaced. Spaced. Now, did I successfully send out an announcement with a Discord invite? I bet I didn't. I bet that's a thing I did not do. So let's do that. Let me just comment on that one announcement. I bet nobody saw it actually. Nobody saw the announcement.
I've seen it.
Oh, did you? So it does
Yeah.
work? Good.
But I've been sitting here playing video games all day, so.
Oh. Well, I mean, it should have shown you yesterday at some point. It, like, popped up in your little notifications thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it did.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to drop in, maybe just in the comment, based. Boop. Chart. Yeah, because I'm genius. I'm so good at spelling. All right, you see it?
Oh, I'm already connected.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
good. I'm going to connect as well. I don't actually know if anyone else is going to show up. The guys from my other Discord server might have a small.
Oh man, so we're starting out fresh.
Oh, we're starting super fresh.
Oh, jeez.
So
Initial grind, man.
the other thing about this, and we might stop super fresh here real quick, is reportedly they jacked up the particle effects, and it makes manual mining almost impossible.
Okay.
Yeah, so if that's still the case, we can roll back versions. I've seen that. Oh, I have a medical room still. From the time that I tried to start and make sure it worked. Whatever.
I mean,
Oh.
you can still control those types of graphic settings in your options just on your own client game.
Yeah, no, so what they did, or what happens, I guess, is so when you mine, it sprays out the little tiny rocks that go away, right? The little particle effect tiny rocks, and then it
Yeah.
throws these giant boulders and you pick them up. Reportedly, they jacked it up so bad that the tiny rocks, which then disappear like particle effects, are the things you need to pick up, and the boulders are the particle effects that just sort of fade away. And like some people have reported that messing with your cleanup settings will fix it, so that if you like basically turn them off so that it stops cleaning up, you have a chance to pick them up. But even with that, people are saying it wasn't really working very well. But it did update today, so, and this is the second update since they broke it.
Aha.
So maybe it will work.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Are we going to do the same respawn ship thing? Or are we going to try and, like, ruin our lives on a planet?
What? On a planet? No way. 0G, man. That's where it's at. I used to always
Yeah.
start single player games like on a planet. It's just the grind is so much worse. Always having gravity to contend with.
Yeah, no,
Can't really-
gravity's a terrible thing.
Yeah. You know my style. I'll build that like glowworm, and then it's just we got resources for days now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit. All right. Then I'm going to drop one in space and kick it up. Do you want to drop one of your own and then kick it up and meet, or?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that, because then one of us is going to find something useful.
Unless, of course, we spawn 100 km away from each other.
Right, that
So,
too.
like, either, yeah. If you wanted to start a faction super quick, easier too.
I will once I get a little bit of coasting going. Because I'm only, 18k up from the surface in a ship that can't take off.
Oh, say what?
Well, I just spawned into a respawn ship. And it starts you 18k up in the atmosphere.
You should still be able to leave the gravity.
Oh, you can leave gravity, but you can't take off if you get down there.
Oh, right.
The ship is
Yeah.
built on ion engines. So once I get my altitude up a little better,
Yeah, it started me at 15.
or at least my speed, I think it started me closer to 15, but I didn't notice until it was already at 18. So I think once I hit peak velocity, I'll jump out and, or not jump out, but jump in my thing and start a faction.
People's graphics definitely look a lot doper.
Yeah, they are much shinier. There's some things that are super awesome and some things that are like actually not, unless they changed it recently. Like there's visor smudges, or at least
Okay.
there were in the initial like massive graphics update from 3 days ago or whatever. There were visor smudges, and you couldn't get rid of them by say going to third person or opening your visor or any of that good stuff.
Gosh.
Great faction tag is I actually did like web as that one.
I was like that too. Like you would create a brand spanking new camera, go to look through it, and it's already got speckles of dirt on it. It's like, come
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, I gotta like figure
Go
out
ahead and
how
accept
to.
everyone and peace and kick back up again. I almost ran out of speed because that took me so long. Okay, we has a faction and it is set to accept everyone. Yay! Once I get back up, I'll turn my medbay to all faction. And actually, everything on the ship, I'll just turn to all faction. I could totally see myself slamming blindly into an asteroid like this. It's not going to happen because it's space. Let's just collect everything.
Or are you just like jumping through menus while you're traveling at speed?
Faction. Yeah. I'll get up to speed and then while I'm slowing down, go through and mess with
You
things.
you can set the transparency of your menu.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super useful, especially like when you're trying to like look at gravity fields or adjusting pistons and all that sort of jazz that you have to do in menu, but still need to be able to look at to have some sort of visual feedback.
Oh. Where's that? Is that in the
I
options?
think it's yeah, it should be in the like escape menu options.
Oh, 31, so we're probably good there. Options. Display. No. Controls. Game. Shit game. Oh, UI opacity.
There it is. Yeah.
We can change it to like lowish. HUD background real low. Oh, okay. Now I see what we're doing. That's great. Makes it hard to see, but that's kind of okay. I guess that's sort of the point, is that it's hard to see, huh?
Yeah, I think I have mine set to like almost it's below like 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, John. We got a John in chat, hanging out. We're starting a new world. Finally got some mods working, so that'll be good. Actually, that's a good thing to check when you're stable. Hop out and make sure you can throw nanite stuff on your bar.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'll just about make it because I think it's 40 to get out.
Yeah, it's like 41 km.
Uh-huh. I may bring some of this up just a little bit. Options, game. There we go. Opacity at full. Background opacity low. Yeah, that's what I wanted. There we go. Yeah, I played a little bit over the weekend on the update, and it's bright.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to see
All these
many
assholes
things.
have like a glimmer about them.
Yeah, and I think I seem to recall it making the like the dynamism of the light much sharper.
There's a weird shadow going on the planet from my perspective, or after it, that I've never seen before.
After it. Oh.
Yeah, or like on the other side. From my
Ew.
reference point, I'm in between the planet and the sun.
Okay. I am not in between the planet and the sun. I can't tell if I'm at morning or evening, but I'm approaching the I'm either late morning or early afternoon, I think. Yeah, sunglasses indeed. Get on up there. I already went through and turned a bunch of stuff off in my graphics. What do we got here? Like, yeah, I turned my post processing off.
I turned the lens flare off. Oh man, that was annoying.
Oh yeah, no, it was so bad. It was so bad.
I mean, I appreciate them like putting in that type of realism, but
I'm,
it's like,
I'm glad they're trying to make Michael Bay jealous, but I don't feel a need to like. Getting there.
getting there.
I just I don't want to like abuse my fuel.
I know. I just turned dampeners off after I get up to like full speed, and I'm angled straight away from the core of the planet, and then
Oh man,
just kind of nudge it.
I angled level and then turned dampeners off and just held spacebar.
Oh really? Oh, I suppose. Yeah, because then you're only using what, two thrusters.
Yeah.
That's a lot less energy. I didn't even think of that.
I think you accelerate faster with dampeners off. I
Pretty sure you do too.
think. Which I'm pretty sure it doesn't push your thrusters any harder. So I think thrusters off.
It's just if you have like the
Uses less
slightest
energy.
angle while you're in a gravity well, you also like burn.
Oh, that too. In all
Yeah.
kinds of directions.
Yep. It's just wasting fuel.
Yeah. No, base above the planet is definitely the way to go. That's what we did last season. That's what we're doing this season. It's the only way to fly, really.
Yeah. Then we just gotta find a dope comet with a whole bunch of uranium on it again.
Yeah. That was a sweet find. I mean, worst comes to worst, I have a pretty cheap, quick to build hydrogen shuttle template that'll take off pretty easily. It's a pain to fly because all of its thrust is up. Like, it has thrust in every direction it's meant to fly in space, but almost all of it is up, so it's really, really difficult to fly with any kind of precision. It's really easy to get out of gravity, though.
Are you out of gravity right now?
No, I've been traveling very slowly. Are you?
Okay. I am.
Yeah. I am at 39.5 kilometers up. And 29 meters per second and falling.
I cannot see where the alien world is. I can see. I think that's Mars. It's mostly red.
I see Mars. And the moon looks square. I don't know why that is. That's just me, I think. At least I assume that's just me. Does the moon look square to you?
No.
Okay, yeah, I just need to get a video card and crank my settings. Okay. What's a good candidate? That looks like a good candidate. Let us angle toward that candidate and... Oh. Yeah, forward thrusters use an awful lot more fuel than up thrusters.
Yeah.
Because there's twice as many, that's why. I got a fuel warning.
Yeah, I've been getting that this whole time. Oh,
Yeah, no, liquid water would be a nightmare to render.
oh
That's
goodness.
I saw that in a thread somewhere and people commented that's pretty much why it's never going to happen in this game. There's never going to be liquid water in this game cuz it's a nightmare in a voxel game.
Yeah. Yikes.
Like you can do it the Minecraft way and there we go. I am out of gravity and headed toward trying to
A place.
headed toward an asteroid of some variety. Who knows what's in it? But I think it will be good. We'll just get close. Yeah. Some thread, I think it was on Reddit where someone went, "Are they ever going to have liquid water or is it always going to be ice lakes?" And someone was like, "Well, the thing about liquid water and rendering sounds easy until you try and render anything ever, and then it's not." Games can I think of that actually try and do that? Spin Tires tries to do that. Actually render water effects with terrain deformation. Spin Tires.
Oh,
It's
shoot.
uh, it's an interestingly grindy game where you drive around these backwoods maps and attempt to deliver lumber.
Ha.
Yeah, so you have to go find the lumber and then pick it up and then drive it through places that may or may not have roads and could potentially be just flooded. There's one map where you have to cross a river multiple times and it's deep enough to start damaging your vehicle.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's real bad. Okay, do I have an antenna? I bet I don't. But I am in a place near an asteroid.
Same.
Ooh, that's a cool asteroid. I want to send these coordinates.
Yeah, I was figuring we were just gonna do the same thing we did. No matter what you find, just tag it with a chemical ID.
Oh, no, that's definitely not what I'm tagging it with. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. I mean, it is. It's super cool.
No
And
indication of.
I don't know. I haven't gotten close enough yet.
Oh, oh, gotcha.
Oh no. Are there bottles? Please have bottles.
In
Oh, there are
the
bottles. Okay.
yes, there is.
In the oxygen generator. I was worried
I forget how to get out. Oh,
how to get.
out of here. Yeah. I got it
Oh,
though.
oh, oh. What? Why is my gravity generator on? No, no, wait, wait, wait. No, no, wait, wait, wait. Why are you wasting energy? Get out of there. Shut up, you. Nobody wants you. I got mag boots for a reason. Oops. And I just closed myself in. There we go. Let's see. Where's my cool asteroid? What do we got in here? I'll actually name it when I get close, but that's just where my thing is. Have you found anything?
Oh, I just got to a spot and am doing the same thing, grabbing bottles, so I know where I'll be okay for a little bit. And now I'm gonna jump out.
This appears to be iron. And very little butt.
Oh my goodness, these asteroids are crazy.
It's still a cool asteroid, though. It would make a sick location. Yeah, it's a shattered donut.
Oh,
So
isn't
it's,
that something I could like put a hanger inside of again?
I mean, you could. You just put the hanger in the middle. Like the shell of the donut is about 95% complete, but the innards are gone. And then there's a tiny secondary one that's only half there. It's a full like arc, but it's what we got, cobalt. So this is an iron cobalt. It's way cool.
So
Ooh, what are you? You shine.
I'm not able to pick up anything.
Silicon. Yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
was
like
worried
trying
about
to get
that.
some ice, and it's like, nope. What the heck?
I can't even mine. Like it won't
Yeah.
even dig.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
is the game really that broken?
Oh, it's just gotten to like this tube part of this asteroid, and it can hear like the reverb of what it would sound like.
What is it
That's
doing? Game, you can't be that broken. We're gonna have to like turn this into creative, spawn a mining ship, like just so that we can play the video game. Keen, how did you, how did you drop a release where you can't mine?
huh. Oh man.
Who
Oh.
do you guys not have a QA at all? Does nobody there play the game?
Dude, I'd sit there and test this game. Freaking love this game.
Right? I mean, it'd be tedious as hell, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
it can.
okay. I seriously doubt that's being caused by any of the mods I have on. None of them mess with the tools at all, is why I feel that way.
What if I use a grinder?
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't do anything.
What if I use a grinder on the ship, though?
Oh, does that work? That's a good question, actually.
Let's find out. Oh, yep, that works.
Okay.
So,
Hmm.
how
Okay.
does this happen?
Were you able to fix it, John? Cuz I'm without that, like if I can't mine, we kind of can't play the video game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I figured we could get around or like make it through the thing. I did start a test world and like try and mine stuff, but I guess I didn't do it manually. So I mean, all right. Um okay, so I'm going to try relogging. I doubt it will help, but that's what I'm going to try and do.
Alrighty.
I got to drop off my my stuff first on my bottles. And hell, I'll drop off those two because I'm cheating like that. That's great. My ammo. Let's bounce. See if that works. All right. So, although if you're doing it, and the sad thing is, I started the server 10 minutes ago. Oh no, I guess I actually started it about 40 minutes ago. Because I've been streaming for 30 of them, and I think I did it 5-10 minutes before we. Okay. So that's an interesting way to solve the problem of like stuff not working right. Drills don't work. Well, let's just make them not work at all. Not actually a solution. All right, I have relogged because I at least have a place I can log from, right? No. No, that's not working at all. I'm about to Google this. Just in case someone else has seen this biz. Let's go to the bug forum and see it's exploding with people who are like, I get that you tried to make it so that mining wasn't broken, but you turned it off, and that's not the same thing. Oh, space engineers. Update mining broken. And then I ran into the... Did I just run into the... I just ran into my ship. Lost half my health. Though, I'm impressed that I only lost half. If that counts as a fix, I'll take it. Or if it's only because I wasn't going very fast, then, you know, I guess I'll take that too. Okay, let's get in here. Let's at least sit down. And then just take a look at this. See, that's... These are all really old, except for the one from a week ago. Or Friday. Yeah. New update broke mining for me. Can anyone please confirm before I submit a bug? And then it explains the problem and... Yeah, top comment.
Exactly.
Look, mining is such a niche activity that we can't expect KSH to test it before release. I mean, it's hardly something that Survivor players would ever do, right? Yep. The next update, conventional line, 26, there's your announcement. I made myself some.
So, in other news, that Osiris New Dawn game looks pretty sick.
Yeah?
You seen that?
No, I haven't. I haven't even looked at that at all.
Another kind of outer space grind for resources, but I think for most of the game you're like planet side. But there's like insane looking creatures, like these, you know, like those giant, huge worms from like Lord of the Rings, the movies. I think it was like they were in the Rock Crusher worms in Battle of Five Armies.
No, I don't remember those.
Okay, well, basically like the same thing, like ginormous, huge mammoth worms just jumping up out of the ground like they swim through it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and other various creatures that are just nasty looking. And the game looks like a lot of fun.
Alright, I'm going to try a restart real quick of the server.
Oh, okay.
So I'll let you bounce, and then we'll give it in a shot. We'll see how that goes.
It's not like I had anything anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably respawn still at your thing. You can respawn at mine too, so you should be able to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like two steps forward and 3.5 steps back with this game. Only they're all in different directions. They aren't just forward and back. It's like 9-dimensional steps, and you're never really sure where we're going to jump next. What am I doing? I'm looking for my remote desktop. There we go. So I can bounce onto my server. Which I think my next project, let's stop the service. There's a stop pending. It is stopped. Save and start. Start pending. Next thing to do is virtualize this. If I can get it down into a virtual appliance, then I can have just a little like stripped down server 2K instance running just this, give it 2 or 3 cores all by itself. And then I can set it up so that you can log in and update and reboot it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Should be back up again.
That should stop me from complaining every 5 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I don't mean to nag you, but
No, I gotta be reminded if I'm not in the game. It's really, it is a fine thing. I invite you to do that.
okay.
All right. Let's see if we can't. Okay.
Reset.
Yeah, it's reset. I'm back in. All right. So back to my super cool asteroid. Stellaris. Stellaris. What's Stellaris? I don't remember that game.
Do you have? Is it a static IP? Because it's like gone.
Oh.
I saved it to favorites and all that jazz.
You should be able to join me. I wonder if I can. Does this turn up on my overlay? It does not. Cool. So what I can do then is send you an invite at least.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah.
Just take a minute.
Yeah, it was still in my clipboard. So.
Oh, cool. No, it should be static. Nope. Did you find me?
Yep, I am on your outer space boat.
Oh. Oh, okay. See, it's a cool asteroid.
Oh, I didn't even step outside it. Oh. What happened?
I think it's saved.
Oh, shit was like moving.
Strategy. Oh, I do like strategy games.
Oh, what? Looks like a weird antenna.
Right? Isn't it great?
Like some crappy Dish Network thing that someone left on the roof.
See, but then you look inside and it's all protected and open.
Yeah.
It's so great. Unfortunately, mining still doesn't work, so I mean, there's that to consider, but yeah, I don't know what they did.
Turning it off and turning it back on didn't work.
No. Out of curiosity. Yeah, I do see all the nanite stuff.
Oh yeah. Yay.
I have no idea how to use them, but they're there.
So what options do we have? Wait for a pirate's ship to spawn and then just go take it.
Pretty much, yeah. I think that's about all we've got. So maybe I should restart it again and add the high spawn rate mod. What a crap solution.
Were we really gonna do anything different though? I mean,
No, not really. It would just be nice to have something to do while we wait.
yeah.
Most of it is I just want some. Oh, you know what I could do? I could go explore some more of these asteroids.
Oh yeah, at least get them GPS marked.
What? Oh man, the legs are still doing fun stuff. Where are you headed? You headed that way? Okay, I'm gonna go to this one.
Quote unquote visuals update.
Yeah. Well, they updated them. The visuals are different now. You're not doing a jig anymore. You're just like crossing your legs like you really gotta go.
Oh yeah, still doing some weird river dance thing.
Mm. That's my favorite is the wiggly legs. Lordy. Oh my gosh, speaking of Riverdance, I spent all evening listening to covers of pop songs in Irish. It was different. It was fun though.
Who was? Oh, there was a guy who used to do like old like swing music, but he would do swing covers of all sorts of crazy stuff.
Cool. I
Maybe
know
he had
about
that song in-
I know about
Sorry, go ahead.
Richard Cheese and Lounge Against the Machine, but they did lounge covers. They didn't do swing. And he likes to do like Nine Inch Nails and Cannibal Corpse and shit, but do it in this like really soft lounge cover style.
That might be who I'm thinking about. He had that
Yeah.
song in that one zombie movie
Oh, he might have.
where he did Disturbed's Down with the Sickness.
That sounds like a Dick Cheese song.
Okay, yeah.
Come on, get up. Get down with the sickness. You mother, get up. Come on, get down with the sickness. You fuckers,
just
get
sitting
up.
there.
Come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it pour into me. That one, right?
Yeah, it's that scene where they're driving golf balls off the roof of the mall. Zombies in the head.
I've got uranium. Ooh, this
Oh,
is
nice.
also cool because these are disconnected.
What do I find here? Do I find
It's
something? Platinum. No
it's a
way.
pretty standard like ring, a pretty standard like wedding ring arrangement or engagement ring arrangement, but the bulge is disconnected and offset by 30 meters, and then is hollow through. Very cool. I think this is just iron though. We haven't actually tried the Nanite Factory mod yet either, but people kept saying it's the best way to get our giant blueprints built without soul-crushingly
Yeah.
tedious labor.
It does take forever though.
Nanites?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't messed with it.
Time.
I guess I'm okay with that. GPS. This one is uranium is UR, isn't it? Is it just
no,
U?
It's just you. Yeah.
Oh,
Ask what platinum is. I think it's PO, but
I think it's PT.
PT. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I've been using. I hope it's PT.
Me too, because I just like confirmed it as if, oh yeah, that rings a bell. When in actuality. All right. Yes. Okay.
So we have uranium. It looks like it's inside gravity, so I'm gonna not go to that one. We'll just make the bold choice of not doing that. It is UR? Okay. John said it's UR.
Oh.
Right click? I think I did try right clicking, and that actually didn't do anything. Which, now that I think about it, when I was trying to rebuild it, it was working. At least right click was working. Ice! Yay!
So close yet so far. I can't grind it.
Actually, let me just leave these. I'll just leave all these up for right now. Because we're working on getting everything going, and then there will be raids, because that, I think, is going to be the only way we're going to get anything done,
Yeah.
is if we raid our way to a mining ship. I could add in that, because we've confirmed grinding works, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
on ships, yeah.
Yeah.
we can
So
at least.
maybe I
Yeah.
should jump out and add the high-speed respawn, or high-speed cargo ship spawn mod in, just so that we're not sitting around twiddling our thumbs for a while. Ooh. Knicker.
I really don't mind just going around and
Tagging stuff.
all these. Yeah.
Alright. It shouldn't be more than about 20 minutes.
It's just kind of the,
Yeah.
necessary preliminary work.
It's really true uranium and iron. Alright. That's pretty
Doesn't
cool.
make for the most exciting stream.
That's alright. We got time to attract viewers. That's what we're doing right now. Is we're just like, this is build up here.
Hello,
And
everyone. Would you like to watch grass grow? Right place.
Fee and you are thick. I was playing with a guy for a little while who kept tagging Nickel as NIC or saying it in chat as NIC, which threw me off all the time. Just because I work in IT and NIC means network interface card or network interface controller. Like, as a specific phrase that I use all the time. Get on the NIC, reboot the NIC, update the NIC. So it would always be like, what does that even mean? What's a NIC doing in here? And I'd have to think about it for a while and go, oh yeah, nickel.
Oh, sweet. I found some uranium.
Nice. I found a fair bit of uranium. Yeah, destructive mining doesn't do anything either.
Yeah, I've tried both.
Yeah.
Geez, you now have to get fairly close to the stuff
for it to
ore detector to pick up what you got.
I think it was just taking a minute. I think it didn't bother me too much. Where am I? 10 out? No, that's the one that you found.
Man, I get further than 30 meters out and it's like, nope.
Hmm.
I don't see nothing.
I see nothing. That's only supposed to be like 30 or 50, right? They're really short.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe
it just looks different because it's all fancy and new looking.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, drill detectors are pretty short range, I think. And then maybe they go up when you get better drills. That would be great. Nice drills boosted your range.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, I'm going to check these ones. Ooh, what are those? Dark sparkles. Spidarkles. Not to be confused with Spadoinkle. That's okay. No one needs to actually get that reference. That's fine.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Cannibal the Musical.
Sounds lovely.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Okay.
Matt Parker and Trey Stone? Did I get their names wrong? My gold.
I think it's Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yeah. Yeah, this is... I think this might actually predate South Park. But it is a musical they made about a legendary character from Colorado lore, which was this... I don't want to say like a folk hero, because he's infamous for cannibalizing his party during an attempted crossing of the Rockies. So he's not really a folk hero, but he's a historical figure and is part of the state lore. And so they made a musical about it. It's really bad.
What, like they were just running out of food at the mountain, or the guy was just twisted?
The story in it is that they ran out of food. Is that they attempted a crossing from Utah into Colorado to mine and got horrifically lost in the middle of the winter in the Rockies and ended up eating each other. The story in the film is that like someone went crazy and they killed him and they were like, well, he's dead. And then it sort of spiraled out of control from there is the story presented, but the story presented is explicitly from his perspective.
God, they had a really old movie. What was it? Orgasmo.
Orgasmo. I have seen that one. It's really funny.
The intentional crappy acting, just oh man.
Yeah. No, there's plenty of that. It's got a lot of the same crew, I think.
Any sign at all? Ask for a sign from God, and there's an earthquake. Any sign at all that I shouldn't do this?
It's they're
classic.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's nickel over here, too. This is a nice one. Oh, that's quite the bubble of gold I didn't even see before. You see?
Oh man. I found one that's got iron and just the tiniest sliver of uranium. It's like barely even worth taking it. We got gold and silicon, all that good jazz. Jeez.
Yeah, no, this is a good one. Oh, man, this is a huge gold deposit, too.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe. It might actually be filthy. It could be a filthy gold deposit. That wouldn't surprise me. It'll be fine. Where are we going? That one. Actually, no, we're not. We're going back to base. Because I don't have any bottles. No bottles.
Oh crap, need to fly.
Yeah. And I'm at 40% oxygen, so I have no problem making it back, but no problem? No problem. No problem? No, cat left the chair. Yeah, a lot of the same bad acting. There's an awesome scene where they meet a tribe of Indians who shelter them through like a storm or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely, it's implied very strongly in the film that in film canon it is a whole bunch of Japanese people pretending to be Indians. They've got like rising sun flags for their teepees. They're all out there like doing yajitsu drills and their katas and stuff. It's great. They are definitely like speaking Japanese to one another. These really thick, ridiculous Japanese accents.
Oh, no.
You don't think we are Indians? We have teepees. Yeah, I mean, obviously, but what tribe is this? We've got feathers. We are Indians. Wait a minute. Something's not right. They're just like waving katanas around. It's so ridiculous. You can't even... Yeah. No, it's a quality movie that everyone should watch, but it's also really, really bad. It's just like really very poorly made.
I always love the way they like
Best way.
impersonated, Japanese accents.
Just obviously doing a bad job of it. Like,
The PlayStation of Bundaloo.
let's make sure nobody thinks that we're trying to do this right. Let there be no mistake. FVPT. Hello, neighbors. Hopefully that doesn't come through the mic. Guess that's the advantage of using a headset mic.
Yeah. Mine won't pick up anything else in the room unless it's like right up next to my face.
Okay.
Cobalt.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. I stopped by one on the way out just because it was close. Seemed like a good plan. Well, it's only been an hour and I haven't seen a ship yet.
Oh yeah.
I thought they'd come by a little bit sooner than this.
You broke it, Matt.
I did. I killed it.
Just like always. Sorry, that was a cheap shot.
I'm not ready to take the blame for breaking our last world. I didn't build all those refineries, so...
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not the one who built 24 refineries. Should be almost
Sort this
enough.
out. Yeah.
What do you mean I can't build more?
We had tons of stuff to process at the time.
I guess that's true. We did.
But yeah, in hindsight, definitely disassembled all that jazz.
There we go. Now I have bottles. Okay. What else can I look into? I've only seen a couple of your. Are you not pasting your coordinates? Okay, I only
Yeah.
saw one.
About to paste another one.
Oh no, I guess I see three.
Man, four.
Four. Okay.
Trying to get the ones that are as close as possible, but they seem to be kind of sparse. It looks like we kind of went opposite directions.
Yeah, which is probably good.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take this one toward Mars here. See where that gets me. Oh, you're way out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully this one is not within gravity. That would be great. It is not. It is in fact quite small and very close.
What kind of
Oh,
resources have
oh, be it.
yet to find?
Oh, be exactly what I think you are. Oh my gosh, you are. I think. This hasn't flagged itself yet, so I don't know if that's what this is, but...
What have we yet to find, like silver?
Yeah, I think silver's about it. How far am I? I am 2.2 kilometers away from the ship, and I have found an iron ice uranium asteroid. Yes. Right here. And it's small enough that we can just eat it in one go.
Nice.
As soon as we get a drill.
Suppose I could have just spawned in a drill ship.
Maybe. Actually, that might work. I might try that. I'll go put my bottles away and then see if I can do that. Because if I can get a drill ship up here, we might be able to get this started. Yeah, we'll probably conveyor up the oxygen generator and the med bay, but not until we have resources.
Yeah, usually what I do is I just take everything out of it, grind it down, and then attach it above the med bay.
Oh, that would work. I don't even know where it is. It's a good spot for it too. There's just actually space.
Right. I mean, what else are you really gonna do with it?
Yeah. What I'm gonna try and do right now is respawn in a drill ship and see what happens.
Oh, right. The respawn ship might. Well, here. I tell you what. I am pretty much on 10% oxygen. I'll just blow my brains out. Spawn
Well,
that ship, pilot
here-
it, then you respawn in a different ship, and it should stay.
I already did that.
Oh.
It looks functional.
Did you already respawn in the?
Yeah, I did. It shows me 4 hours of fuel time. I am taking off at 16 kilometers and rising. Seems to be working. Once I get up to max velocity, which is slow, it doesn't have a whole lot in the way of thruster capacity, but it's got a little bit. And hopefully it's actually got thrusters in all directions that are completed. That would be super duper. Next to the reactor. Oh, weird. That's a strange place to put it. I can flag this while he's... Actually, how far away am I? The other side of the planet.
Oh no.
Yeah, it'll be fine. What on earth is going on? Oh, I know what's going on. This this ship actually can't make it out of gravity with just its upthrust.
What?
Yeah,
But it has iron thrusters.
it has ion thrusters. It just doesn't have very many in the upthrust direction. You got to use your forward thrust.
Oh, it's one of the. It's just only got the one small drill right in front too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very poorly designed. I loaded up the I might actually succeed at this. No, I'm not. I'm going to have to respawn again, but I think this time I'll be able to do it. Do I want to just crash this ship? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, this is a very...
The thing is, if you do that and try to bring another one in, it'll make you wait like a few minutes before you're able to do so.
Oh, that's true, because I just used it, huh?
Yep.
Well, then I'll go respawn it. Yeah, this is not going to survive. I'm going to crash it anyway, and then I'll respawn at the ship, flag a couple more asteroids, and then when I run out of gas, respawn in one of these and see if I can make it out if I point up straight away. Or, by that point, we'll have baddies to deal with, and we'll be able to do something about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So... we're gonna crash. We're gonna crash. It's gonna be hilarious. This is not the worst designed ship. Honestly. For a space miner, it's fine. I didn't die. Well. I'm gonna fill my inventory and fly into space and see what happens. This is the crappiest solution. Uranium. I can't get to it, but it's there. Oh, it's got an oxygen generator with... Wait, you've got an oxygen generator that I can raid? Well, you know what you do with an oxygen generator? You can raid. Oh, it's just oxygen. Damn it, there's no hydrogen in there. I really need the hydrogen.
I ended up swapping the oxygen generator on the top of the mix.
Oh, okay. Let's just claim a couple thrusters. I'm gonna try and fly into space. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be great. This is totally gonna work. Where did that ice go? I don't know. Is that an ore detector? No, that's a light. Oh, there's the ice. Huh.
Alright, I'm gonna drift towards the comet, and in the meantime, grab a bottle of meat and right back.
Ooh. All right. And now... now we attempt to make it out of the atmosphere Using just our thrusters. And up. I don't know how well this is going to work. If it doesn't work at all, that's really okay, honestly. Kind of just want to respawn anyway, but we'll see. I'm going to attempt to thruster myself out of the atmosphere using my jetpack. I bet it won't work.
Can you not get the ship out of the...
Oh, definitely not. It's all ion thrusters, and
Goodness. And you get spawned with it in an area there's no way for you to escape.
yeah. Well, no, I think I could have if I'd...
Expectations,
Right.
reality.
Roommate's showing me funny videos on the internet. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Some PUBG good times. Did you play that game?
No, not really my thing.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I watch people play it like all the time. It's insanely fun to watch.
I do try to remember to stream when I play. I doubt I'm gonna make it. The sky is still blue, and I've only got 20% hydrogen.
Ouch.
I'm not gonna make it. Do I want to respond? Yes. I don't even care. It's actually probably been long enough that I can get the drill ship. Yep, small drill ship is ready. All right, we're gonna try it now. Once the game accepts that I am. Oh, I think I can do this. Yes, I can. I can totally make it out.
Nice.
Yeah, you just have to be like right on the button and point up. You can't lift off like you can in the respawn ship.
Oh, gotcha. I really wish hitting Control Delete would just clear out the line. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, this is going to work. I'm still 150 kilometers away, so it's going to be a long time before I get there, but I got 20 kilometers of atmosphere to get out of before I can get up there anyway, so that's fine.
More gold.
Oh, yeah, nice. Gold iron ice. All right. Kick all the way up to 99. And flag that. We're going to have a drill ship. It's going to work.
Let's hope so.
Weapons and tools. Drill. Drill. Is there a connector on here? No. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing's taken in balance. That's really hardly the worst sin. Once we get any kind of refining going, then connectors is easy. Connectors are cheap. Zoom. All right, I'm going to actually bounce over and see if people are yelling at me in the other squad, because they probably are. No. Oh, they're having all... All right, all right. Nope, they're having all kinds of ridiculous shenanigans going on. It's cool. Actually, both those cats are on.
People still do that thing in PUBG where squads, and everybody takes their pants off, and the people with pants you shoot at.
I have not seen this. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh.
What kind of a game is this? Go on.
It's Battlegrounds.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know. People like there will be like a huge Discord full of folks that are like, okay, we're all gonna like, I don't know, create a custom server or something. I don't know how they all
Find
figure
each
out how
other,
to get on
right?
the same get put in the same battle queue.
Mm-hmm.
Space Engineers just crashed
No. You lost all that ore you didn't mine.
Darn it!
No. Keen. I'm gonna be so sad if we go to all this effort to get this stupid drill into space and it doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It does
Also,
spin up.
just now indestructible.
Yeah, they're just like, well, just to make sure that nobody is losing any ore, no one can mine any of it.
Can't lose it if you don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. Damn it. Got 0.1 Gs.
Damn, I added it to favorites.
You did fix your mod settings, right?
I have nanites installed, but
No, I mean your filter, your search filter settings.
oh yeah, all that's open.
Because as soon as I did that, it worked for me. That's weird that you've got to keep like manually pasting it in.
Yeah.
Super strange.
What was it? There was some comic I saw on Reddit a few days ago. Was it two guys sitting in front of their computers? And one of them asked the other, "So, who do you think is the greatest convenience to come out of computing?" The guy thinks it over for a second. Just Control C, Control V.
Man, I remember when I learned that in typing class in the 3rd grade. And of course, being the somewhat slow learner that I was, I did not learn it until like a third of the class had already figured it out. And so by the time I learned it, enough people had learned it that the teacher caught on that that's what we were doing, and she got so mad. Because there was a lot of like, type these lines over and over again so that you can like do all the lines or whatever, you know, and get practice with moving your hands in all these ways. And I actually still have abysmal typing as a result of me never trying. I do the weirdest, like it looks like a stenographer, which means I jumble. I type like I'm dyslexic because all my letters are just all over the place, and it seriously looks like a stenographer typing because I'm just like this letter, that letter, and I pick like 6 letters and then jam them all. It's the weirdest thing.
See, like on my computer I use for development upstairs at my desk,
Mm-hmm.
I have the worst chair, like little desk chair ever, and so I always have to like put my legs up on my desk just to like be slightly comfortable. And so I've got my arms just retching around to like move on, and I still have to like look on the keyboard because it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
But then when I'm downstairs here, just playing on this thing, I'm just on my couch and I don't have to look at the keyboard at all. Otherwise, there are times where it's just like, yeah, I've been doing this for how long and I still look at the keyboard. Pathetic.
All right, so I am 170 kilometers away. And make sure I do not end up back in gravity. So we will aim away-ish from the planet. Let's get towards everything and out of the way by that many. And just kick on up to maximum and see where that ends us up. Hopefully this direction will not end up with us in gravity. We'll just see what happens. I guess the other thing I could do is fly near something and start mining, see if that works, but I want to just get the ship over there.
See if it was really worth the effort.
Yeah. And if something ends up like in my way, then I guess I'll do that, but as it stands, I think I'm just gonna admire some of the atmospheric effects that are going on here. Are you on the night side of the planet? Or can you at least see the Terminator?
Right at the sun.
Oh. Where I am at, the sun is just crossing the planet.
Oh, man.
Yep, nope, this is a great shot. Yeah. Oh, it's sunrise. Oh, this is so good. I need a screenshot of this. How do I do that? Is it F12?
F11.
It's F12.
F12. The F12 is for like the Steam screenshot.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, nope, that's good. I'm keeping that, and that's going to be, until I come up with something better with one of my own ships, that's totally going to, I'm going to build a thumbnail out of that. And now I will have thumbnails for my episodes, which
I'm pretty sure Steam will take your screenshots and put them in the background of like your library launcher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Select a game. Because I noticed like Skyrim would do that. Because I would take screenshots of that thing.
Nice.
Right.
I have a whole bunch of. Hi, Jada. I have a whole bunch of screenshots from Oblivion from way back in the day, but I've actually only ever played about 2 hours of Skyrim.
Oh man, I've played like almost 1,000 hours in Skyrim.
Yeah, I did it live a couple of months ago, and then just never got back to it. I've been keeping it as a like Let's Play series, so I haven't gotten back into it. I got all my mods up, and it bothers me because it takes like 12 gigs of space for just the mods.
Right.
I need a bigger hard drive.
Oh man, I have just found the load platinum.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hello, yes. Yes, you're beautiful, and I bet you're hungry, but it turns out it's not your dinner time. Yeah, I know. I know.
Cats are always hungry.
It's true, and for many years, she was a feed herself as she pleases cat. And was pretty good about self-regulating. So as long as there was food in her bowl, it was fine. It was whatever. And then we have a second cat, and he was raised in a household of like 3 other cats and a dog. So he eats all the food that is available to him at any given moment.
Yeah. See, I have a cat and a little wiener dog. But the wiener dog will kind of like skimp out on dinner sometimes and not really eat all of his food. It's weird. Anyway, after about the past 4 years of this, the cat will go and finish his meal. So I have like just this badass cat. And
Cat.
Skinny wiener dog. No, this cat is just obese. Like,
Oh,
what was that? I mean, not obese, but he's pretty big.
poor kitty.
Like, he will lay down on his side to like drink water out of his dick.
Cat. Which usually, the funny thing is, it's usually the other way around. Cats are usually kind of meh on dog food.
Yeah.
Mostly because cat food is way higher in fat content.
Right.
So cats are usually like pretty meh on dog food, and dogs are super into cat food. But I mean, dogs are super into anything that's remotely
Oh,
like
yeah.
edible. So it's not really like a high bar to cross.
Yeah. Oh man. But sometimes I'll just like walk by him just laying there, our legs stretched out as comfy as you please, just scrunching his neck over the lip of the bowl. I'm just thinking like, God, have you no self-respect?
We had a dog
is
who would eat laying down.
Oh really?
Yeah, he got like fat and lazy in his older age, and so he just stopped caring at some point and would just like flop on the ground. Like he didn't even lay down properly. He would just collapse to the ground and be like, "Yeah, this is good enough. I'm just gonna eat like this."
I have no future prospects. What's the point?
It came up once in a weird like a weird party game that I was playing with some friends, with some family, I think, and it's a what's that game called? I cannot remember. Something with a B, I think. Something with a B that means something like malarkey. But you get a question every round, and it's some absurd like, why don't they ever sell macadamia nuts in the shell? Or why do dogs eat standing up all the time? Which was the question that I was like, but they don't. My dog lies down when he eats. And everyone is delivered a card, and most of the cards just have ridiculous nonsense on them, like just
Yeah.
jokes making fun of you for reading the card. And then one card has a correct answer, and so everyone has to make up an answer to this question, and everyone votes on which answer they think is the right one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty entertaining game. Am I almost ready? No, I don't like that angle yet.
It's like which one of these BS answers is not actually BS?
Yeah, the word's pretty close to BS, I think. But I can't think of the name of it. I don't know. It'll come to me eventually. Or I will continue drinking whiskey and it will never come to me.
You got some JMO?
No, Kavanaugh.
Oh.
Yeah. Which has a single grain run. And of all the bizarre things, this is an Irish whiskey. One, it's a single grain made of corn, which I don't think of as a particularly Irish grain. And two, it's aged in explicitly California wine casks,
Huh.
which I also don't think of as particularly Irish. But Kavanaugh is an Irish distillery.
Found some silver.
Oh, did you? Nice. Yeah. Nice.
It's also a tiny sliver of it.
Oh.
Also a tiny sliver of uranium on this.
Hmm. This is a fun little constellation of nonsense I see over here, though. Because everything is, 104 kilometers out. Oh, it's going to take me so long to get there. 134, let me correct that. Oh, well. It's time to watch that movie again.
Man, is uranium really UR? That doesn't seem right.
I don't know. That's what John said. I'm Googling it right now.
All right.
Uranium. Wikipedia. Symbol is U. Nope, it's definitely U.
I knew it.
Yep. Atomic number of 92. It is a silvery white metal in the actinide series. 6 are valence electrons. It's 92.
Oh, so
Assuming it's non-ionic.
I've been playing a ton of Subnautica.
Yes, I've seen.
Yeah, that is a game that's where you will choose that over your more primal survival instincts. Like, it's like I haven't eaten in like 12 hours. One, 5 more minutes. Like, sort of a thing.
This game does that to me sometimes. I think
Yeah.
was it Islands does that too. If you've seen that one with a Y, Islands.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you have that?
No.
Oh, because that's multiplayer too, and I definitely have that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Um,
Factorio looked cool, but it kind of looked like something I would enjoy watching more than playing.
oh my God, I blew 8 hours like 2 weeks ago, and I just like couldn't look myself in the face. I didn't even
Oh,
realize I was doing it too. I was just like fucking playing for ages. I threw it up on Twitch and was like, "Yeah, I'll just play." And I was chatting with people and hanging out with my friend, and we were playing online, and it was great. And then I looked at my uptime, and I was like, "Holy crap! It's been 8 hours. I did a literal full day of work playing this game."
right.
So I haven't opened it since.
Silicon, cobalt, and iron. Yeah, what is it with these games that turn chores? It just make
make
chores
make
more
chores
enjoyable.
rewarding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, what I should do is just turn this until those go and nothing else does. Okay, and then minimize my speed, because I think I can head not quite direct, but closer. That should be good.
I ran into. Oh, cobalt. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to set this and then throw up my... I'm taking a quick break flag and pour myself another. And probably a glass of water, because if I'm going to be here talking for another hour or two, it'd be good to have a glass of water in me. So I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
All right, vamp for me. There's nobody chatting, so it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. Oops. Oh, and gold. What do you know?
And we're back.
Whoa. So,
Okay.
I totally see the moon as a square now.
Do you? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Square moon, I guess. I don't know.
Also, I don't think I've seen the alien planet yet. Um,
Yeah, me neither.
I'm pretty sure it's out here because I think I saw it in the save files. So it exists, I think. We might need to get to Mars to find it. Like maybe it's far enough away you can't see it from here.
Yeah, it's such a tiny speck.
Or maybe it doesn't exist in this version of the game because Keen are geniuses.
I mean, they are trying to do stuff that
I mean,
haven't
yeah.
seen other games do.
It is a really complicated game. It is a
Yeah.
really, really complicated game. I cannot blame them for knocking things loose every time they change something because
Right.
it's really complicated. And every time you change something, half of the game depends on it. So the whole thing, I do not envy anyone who gets to look at their code base.
Yeah,
It's got to be a
just, like,
nightmare.
oh man, setting up the classes where when you think about like how the conveyor system works,
Yeah.
like oh man,
Yeah, and because I remember back when you had to like pay attention to what order you had things hooked up and where your conveyors were.
yeah,
Because it used to be really convoluted to make conveyors work. Like, you used to have to seriously plot that out. Anymore, it's connected to the conveyor system, so it'll make a pull request and take it from wherever.
right. Oh, just found a buttload of silver.
Yes. I'm actually really glad that the only stuff I've had to program has been like image ingestion. That was easy.
What is that?
So I had an internship back in like the very beginning of my college career, working on an image ingestion and manipulation program suite for NASA orbiters.
What?
Yeah, the Integrated Software for Imagers and Spectrometers, or ISIS package, is and has been in use since I think the 70s, but is currently at, well, maybe not 70s, whenever they started taking pictures of the planet from the sky, basically. They were like, we have all these pictures, but we don't know what to do with them. And we have computers and we don't know how to make it work. So let's get some programmers and fix that. And since about then, they've been working on it. And I think they're still on 3, but they were when I was there 12 years ago? When was that? Yeah, 11 or 12 years ago. And so that was my internship, was working on these image ingestion and manipulation programs. My like practice was building a median box filter, which takes all the pixel data from a user-defined box of pixels and then sets the center pixel to be the median value, which is that's a form of low-pass filter and gets rid of noise. So you have a lot of jitter and tiny artifacting. It'll just wipe that out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it also makes your pictures fuzzier, so you got to balance that sort of thing. One of the guys I was with was a much better programmer than I was and was further advanced as a computer scientist. So his project was working on like Fourier transforms and like salt and pepper filters that would be like, oh, there's all these white flecks. We can make those into clean and reasonable values that actually fit.
What were the white specks to begin with? Just
Camera artifacting.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So that was the one I did. The other one I did was basically documentation. I translated the Cassini ingestion program out of Fortran and into C++. Yeah, I didn't have to write anything in Fortran, which was wonderful because Fortran is terrifying. It's a terrifying language. The actual column value of your characters matters.
God, what was it? There was that episode of The Simpsons where the aliens, the green aliens, are on this ranch. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
No, I don't actually. I think I've only seen one with the green aliens, and that was How to Serve Man.
They're like going on some rant about things they like, and then finally at the end of their list, and of course Fortran, the greatest of the programming languages. God.
I maintained for a longest time that Gauss invented Fortran. And the only reason it's as bad as it is because he was a pioneer in the field.
God, there.
Gus
My
did not invent
neighbors-
Fortran, but yeah.
My neighbor's father actually recently retired from oh God, what is that company?
Hewlett Packard.
No, um, God, they're a telecommunications company. I can't think. Not Harris.
Oh,
Oh God,
the only like I don't know.
Unisys, I think.
Level 3 is the one that comes to my mind right now, but that's because I've been playing with a bunch of level 3 garbage at work, which is all CenturyLink now.
I see their trucks around here all the time in Minnesota.
Oh, Unisys?
Anyway,
I don't.
he was always writing some weird back end stuff in COBOL.
Oh, COBOL.
Yeah.
uh, some of my friends in college were in. Yeah, no, it's useful if you do,
Yeah.
especially if you do any. Because I think the thing about COBOL is it's really good at a lot of actuarial stuff and
Right.
statistics. Is where it really shines.
I've also heard that a lot of the what is it, like Island Records, like a lot of the really old film the companies that have been in like film and music,
Mm-hmm.
still have a lot of their back end stuff running on COBOL.
COBOL, yeah, I'm not surprised. The Common Business Oriented Language. That's what it stands
Yeah.
for. I had a friend in college who had to learn Fortran for some of his classes.
Oh goodness.
He was a physics student. Yeah.
Isn't most scientific computing done in like R now or something?
I think so. One of the companies I work with does a bunch of machine learning stuff, and all of their people are in Python and R, which is a nightmare because all of their people are on Macs. Because Python and R don't compile properly on a Windows platform. Mostly Python. Like the Python libraries don't compile properly, so they're all on Macs, and it's just such a nightmare. If it was a small company of like, there's only 13 people and 6 of them are on Macs. Okay, well we can work around that. We'll squidge things in. It's fine. Even if it was like 60 people and like 12 of them are on Macs, which we have another company that does that, but they're designers. You're like, okay, the design department, we can squidge our way into getting you guys working. That's cool. No. No, no. No. This is us like vaguely touching this company of several thousand people with massive multi-city gigantic Active Directory systems. They're trying to integrate the Macs, and all the research people use Macs. It's a nonstop nightmare.
Why they're not like that great?
It's because it really is because of Darwin. 100% it's because of Darwin. It's because Darwin is a branch of either Linux or BSD, and it actually compiles Python libraries. That's why they use them.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's just that much easier to get Python and R to compile properly.
I see.
Yeah. Although a bunch of those people not only have Macs, they also, so they've got their Macs for like day-to-day use or whatever, but their heavy computing is done on these freaking Lenovo ThinkCenters that are running, I think, Red Hat 7.
There you go.
Those are way easier to deal with, actually, than the Macs. Those are way, way easier to handle. But those things are beasts.
Really?
They are 192 gigs of RAM. Yeah, like I can't comprehend of using that kind of. I can't think of using that kind of thing on a single instance in a data center. Like, why would a Blade server need 192 gigs of RAM?
Yeah. See, I've got like 20 in my tower that I'm playing on right now, and that was just for music production and like
Yeah.
I don't know, Newegg had like a sale, so I was like, well, whatever, I'll just buy a whole bunch and just fill up all 6 rails.
Yeah. I have
But
16 in the computer I'm playing on, because I was like, oh, it's time, and I feel like I'm kind of starting to cap out. With all this streaming, like, it'd probably be a good idea. I have 48 in my server because I have access to people's cast-offs.
Oh, jeez.
It's all ECC RAM, so that's cool. And it has to be either all or none, apparently. I discovered that early on when I built it, that it won't mix. And that made me sad.
What is ECC? What did you say it was?
Error correcting code, server RAM,
Oh, okay.
which means it's got an extra chip on the RAM stick whose sole purpose is making sure that there are no errors in the RAM. You don't normally need, like, it's absolutely not worth the extra cost in a desktop build
Okay.
because all it does is make sure that your RAM doesn't have errors. And in a desktop, you flush out your RAM way more than enough to it not really be a problem.
Right.
But in a server, if it's going to be on for months at a time and years if it's really nice or really well maintained, then you want to make sure that it's not copying any errors anywhere.
Right. Okay.
It's also running on a Xeon, which is like, like it's fast enough that it's not a problem, but apparently desktop processors turn a lot faster because I think this one's 3.4 or 3.6. And you can easily get desktop processors that go 4.7 gigahertz. Which I wonder about, right? 4.7 gigahertz is actually a high enough clock speed that the speed of light is starting to limit how much data you can get across the chip.
Really?
Yeah. It's over like 3.5, 3.6 is when it starts to become a problem at the size that most chips are at. Which I think is part of why they started integrating GPUs into your CPU. Because they're like, well,
Okay.
what if we just pack everything tiny and then it's on the same die and we got all that space?
Yeah. See, I don't have the degree behind me. I just sort of figure stuff out, you know.
Oh, yeah. They made me study it, take tests on it and stuff. And I'm still bad at queuing theory. I'm still sore about that too.
But what?
I bombed a test because I didn't study queuing theory properly, which is it takes a certain amount of time for a signal or process to happen, and sometimes signals or processes come in faster than that can happen. So there's a whole science behind the math of putting all these things into a sensible queue and making sure that they all happen, and how fast the things actually have to go based on the statistical probability of stuff coming in to make sure that it all works. And it's all just like envelope math. Like you don't need to run computer simulations or anything. You just know, oh, it takes this long for process, and we get this many processes per second on average, and here's our distribution. And so you just run a couple algebra numbers, and you're like, well, we need to speed up this by this much, or open extra channels, or it's all going to jam up, and we'll never clear this queue. But I didn't study it properly. And it bothers me to this day because I didn't study it properly, and I knew it was going to be a thing on the test. Like, I was looking at the study sheet, and it was like, oh, queuing theory, I should do that. Yeah, I should definitely look at that. And then I didn't. And then it screwed me on that test and the final because I didn't learn it again for the final. God damn it. I guess, oh, we're over there. About 30 kilometers out. I still don't really trust this angle to not take me a little too close to the planet. But I'm getting there. Getting there. Is there uranium on our thing?
There is a couple of places with uranium.
Oh, there's places with it, but there's none on our little rock, right? Oh, there's the one that I found that's right next to it that's got uranium, because that's the first thing I want to pick up.
Oh yeah, that would be the first thing.
Yeah. That's to me. That's always the first thing to grab is uranium.
Yep.
And then ice is the second. And that just keeps you alive long enough to actually do anything with the rest of the stuff that you pick up.
Yeah, thank goodness you don't need to like forage for food out in space.
Oh my gosh, that would be so awful. That'd be so bad. I'm really bummed I haven't seen any ships. I wonder if the mods
Oh,
like
yeah.
broke it.
Hmm.
I'll grab the when we're done. I think for the night or whatever. I'll grab the high spawn rate and see if that fixes it.
Yeah, just found a ton more silver
Yes.
and nickel.
Yes. I feel pretty good about this point, so we'll just... slow ourselves down. Yeah, so close. It's okay, it only took me like 40 minutes to get back.
Holy cow.
I don't know, I wasn't paying attention at the time.
Thanks a lot, Keen.
We could have had so much built by now. If only our drills worked. I'm gonna be so mad if we get back and this doesn't work. I might go play Ark. You played that game at all?
No.
Oh man, if you like tedious grinding, let me tell you about Ark.
You did.
Okay, good.
Oh.
I could tell you
Yeah.
again because the game's tedious
Yeah.
enough that like you should probably it should be emphasized.
I think you were telling me if you don't sit there and maintain your like resources and stuff that you've already collected like every single day, you'll lose it. You'll slowly start to lose it.
Yeah. The game, there is no way to make the game stop while you're offline.
Huh.
So, and they at least were kind enough that the hunger on your dinos doesn't really go down that fast. So I've come back after like 2 weeks and you're fine to just throw food in there and they're like, yeah, okay, I'll eat all of the food immediately, but it's whatever. Okay, that's fine. But, and I think your personal survival stats, they don't actually stop when you're offline, but they definitely go into a super dormant state.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is good. By default, the buildings will start decaying over time just because things that you've built. I think you can keep them from doing so by being active around them. Like that extends the amount of time before they start decaying, but if you're not on pretty much every day, I think you basically have to go and repair every couple of weeks or so. Maybe every week. You can go in and just waste resources on not having your stuff break.
Crazy.
But that's the one where by vanilla settings and by official server settings, it takes 2 literal days to tame a Tyrannosaur.
What?
48 real-time hours. And I think that's I think that's like a medium-ish level one. And I'm pretty sure that's if you're using prime meat, which in a player inventory, I think goes away within a couple of minutes. Like it rots out within the hour in a player inventory. Yeah. Yeah, it's good times. Hey, that's no place for claws. Cut it out. Thank you. Cats clawing chairs. I won't have it. I won't have it.
The corner of my couch is damn near destroyed.
Yeah, we're going to get rid of the couch that we have for that exact reason. But that's not a couch. That was someone's chair. It's a good chair, too. Yeah, it's a stool with arms, which is great because my roommate has a desk that's at standing height. So she can stand at it or sit in a stool.
Nice.
And it can sink down low enough that it actually works as like a passable. Okay. I am 2 kilometers away from the closest uranium deposit to our super cool asteroid.
Nice.
I am actually close enough that I can aim for things properly. And need to avoid going maximum speed.
I have found a lot of silver.
Ooh. Yeah, flying this is interesting. I need to edit. I haven't done that in a while. And I've got about an hour's worth of TIE fighter footage that needs to get cleaned up. Okay, I know there's uranium here. Where is it? Their infinite genius, whoever put this ship together, did not include an ore detector in it. There it is. No.
Doesn't work. Voxels are indestructible.
That's got to be some sort of weird server setting, right? Which wasted an hour of tagging on.
Oh, what? What did I just find?
What did you just find? Is it Naquita?
I found a thing. Naquita. What? Stargate SUV?
Yeah.
I found
You have to mine
a
Naquita.
satellite. I found a thing. A
Ooh.
device. An object that was
What the
made.
frick is going on?
What the heck?
There we go.
There's no power. There's guns attached to it.
Huh.
There's conveyor network.
Oh.
This is some sort of like space station.
I kind of want to come check it out.
Dude, this is nuts. There's a launcher on the top. Oh no, this is a laser antenna.
Oh, those are nice.
4 other antennas on here. Bunch of missile launchers. What is this? Yeah, I'm gonna mark it on the GPS if you want to check it out.
All right, yeah, I totally do. All right, I'm going to park this drill ship right in the middle of our super cool asteroid. And then I'm going to probably like remove all of the encounter mods, maybe.
How do you spell satellite?
SATTELIT.
TT. Alright, TT. Doesn't look right, but maybe it's just this font.
Many things look wrong in this font.
I know, right?
Satellite in my eyes.
It's off. Whatever.
Maybe there's 2 L's in satellite. I don't know.
Man, I don't know.
Okay, I'm bouncing out of this weird drill ship, which kind of worked and took me a cajillion freaking years to get back here.
So
Is it
There's
pileable?
inside. It looks pileable. There's all these control stations inside of it.
Oh my god,
I
I'm
didn't
coming
even
to see.
notice that that was glass.
Oh my god, I'm coming to see.
Dude, this is
Oh,
nuts.
oh, that's a mod. I don't know if I put it on or not. I'll have to check and see. But there's a mod I put on that makes it so that when you have claimed all of the cockpits, control stations, and programmable blocks, remote control blocks, and not programmables. It's cockpits, control stations, remote control blocks, and like two others. When you finally get all of them, it automatically claims the entire grid as yours.
Oh, nice.
Right? And it's the sort of thing where it's super quality of life. It's not, I don't feel like I'm cheating when I do that sort of thing, right? Because it's such a pain in the ass to go by and claim all the freaking gyroscopes,
Yeah, no kidding.
is mostly what it is. It's just going and finding all of the gyroscopes and button panels and literally everything that has a computer. That's an actual, dear people who are watching right now, that's an actual correct use of the word literally, because that is what determines if a thing is hackable and needs to be hacked in order for you to claim it, is the presence of a computer. I figured that out. When you grind it down far enough that the computers are in your inventory, it is now hacked.
So elite.
That's the pattern. I spotted it. That's what determines the like hack line, is as soon as the computers go in your inventory, it's hacked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anything that requires computers needs to be hacked, which is a pain in the ass because there's a lot of dumb things that require computers.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, and it's not even that dumb. Gyroscopes obviously require computers.
Right.
That makes perfect sense. Hacking gyroscopes is stupid. There's no reason for that.
Yeah.
Who the puts like security measures on their? Who puts login information on their freaking gyroscopes? Nobody. Nobody logs into their gyroscopes. It just needs a computer. The computer is totally autonomous. Nobody tells it what to do. It's got a little input pin that says I'm going left, and then it's like, oh, so I want to make sure that that happens properly. It is not like anyone has credentials or authentication to a friggin' gyroscope.
Yeah. Let me just SSH into this gyroscope real quick.
There's a super twisted and cool method for using console access to bypass the enable password on a Cisco router that is documented. It's in all of their like KBs. It's totally a thing you can do. And when you first look at it, it's super complicated and scary. And they're like, this takes about an hour. And you're like, holy shit, this is going to be nuts. It actually takes closer to 20 minutes, depending on how long it takes your router to reboot.
Oh, say what? What is this?
So I don't know how much you know about programming a Cisco router.
Cisco. That was the name of the company.
Oh, was it Cisco?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're
But anyway, absolutely nothing.
a big deal. So Cisco routers, there are GUI like configurators available. They exist, and many of them are Cisco switches, routers, firewalls, any of this shit. You can get into via like a web page. That's totally a thing. Predominantly, you
Okay.
do it via SSH. You throw up a terminal and you log into it, and you just fix the config file manually and then reboot the thing.
Okay.
And actually, you don't have to reboot it. You just save it so that when it reboots, it keeps itself. But you need passwords to do this because you first log in and you need a password in order to log into it. And when you initially log in the normal sort of setup, you're in like a user mode or user access mode. And you can do almost nothing in this mode. Like you can see the name of the router and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Your commands are limited to basically like, what am I? And can I get into advanced mode? And that's pretty much the limit of what you can do in that mode. And so you need a separate password, which depending on who configured your password or who configured your system, separate password. But it's not synced in any way. So you need a separate password in order to get to enable mode, which is where you can actually go into configuring any given interface or changing any of the settings or anything like that. Sort of advanced mode.
Okay.
Ooh, this is cool.
Are you here?
I'm about 1.5 kilometers out, switching to my gun so that I can... Oh, never mind. I'm flying past it.
It's got
Oh,
no
yeah,
power,
that's right. I
so-
picked up a rainbow gun. No power?
Yeah, it's got no power, so I'm grinding down the door for you. I'm almost out of oxygen, so.
Oh. What does it need for power?
Uranium.
Just uranium. Okay. So... Oh, this is not a satellite. This is a station.
Yeah, I named it after I saw the windows and control stations and what have you.
This is gorgeous. These aren't like solar panels. These are landing pads.
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, this is actually pretty slick design.
I love this.
Armor plating's got like this neat indent on it on the outside.
I'm gonna take this door down while I continue my story. Yeah, so you need your separate credentials to get into enable mode. I
Okay.
don't know how audible this is to anyone on stream. Let me look and see. Pretty audible because I've got my audio turned down. So you all right, Keen, I'll give you this. I do like the little welder arc. It's pretty.
Yeah. It is.
It does look cool. I don't like that it continues after I'm done welding a thing. Oh, this is a hell of a layout. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, get into enable mode. But sometimes you forget and or didn't write down your enable password. Because you do that sometimes and you don't know how to do it anymore. There is a trick which you can disable. You can turn off in the, like, basically in the BIOS or in the EEPROM of the router or the boot memory or whatever. So you can actually turn it off so that in the device you can't do this. But by default, it is enabled. And what you have is this option whereby you can boot to a recovery, I think it's actually called password recovery, but you can boot to a password recovery mode where you get to this pre-launch mode that has almost no options but can access the storage. And from there you go in and rename the boot text file, because it is a text file that contains the boot instructions, and that is your configuration on this router.
Gotcha.
So every time it boots, it goes, hey, where's my configuration? That. Oh, let me just load all these commands, and we're good. And that's how it maintains itself. So you can unload that, or you rename that to like a backup file, and then it can't find it, so it boots to default. In which case there are no credentials or passwords or settings, and it does basically nothing. And you get into elevated mode or enable mode, where you are now in the escalated mode and can change all the settings in the machine. And then you load the old configuration, because I don't know if you rename it or not. I don't think so. I think you just reload it. No, you do rename it. You rename it to the default name that it names its memory, and then you reload it, but you're in enable mode. So now it's running in the mode that it's supposed to be in, with all of the settings it's supposed to have, but you're already in enable mode. You didn't have to get password to get in there.
Okay then.
Because you did that before you loaded it. Elevate yourself, then you set all the settings via this command thing that also contains the passwords, but you didn't have to put in any passwords because you're already there. And then you just set the password. You're just like, oh, and by the way, since I'm here in enable mode, let me just say no password, and then set the password to whatever I think it should be.
Nice.
It's super nice. It takes closer to 20 minutes than the hour that Cisco tells you it takes. But looking at it, it's this horrifying adventure, and you're like, this is not This is not going to be good. Broadly speaking, I think most security-minded computer people agree that if someone has physical access to your device, you can only do this if you are physically plugged into the console port.
Right.
You can't do
Okay.
this shit remotely. You have to be on site next to the device with a cord to your computer, or remotely accessing a computer that has a cord plugged into it. In which case, you better hope that whatever you're resetting isn't what's controlling the network access to whatever you're remotely messing with.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's one of those, like, yes, it is kind of a security hole, but it's also means that somebody is plugged into your switches and ruining things on your backbone. So they kind of already have anything they want at that point.
Yeah. Okay. You, I'm sure you can go on YouTube and find anything you have physical access to. There's some way into it.
Yeah, it's pretty much, if someone has physical access, you should probably consider that it is compromised.
I don't understand any of that mess. I tried to take a few courses on, lots
Oh.
of security techniques, and it's just, God, it's so boring.
Oh, wow. I have a couple friends who did pen testing for a while. And I think mostly he got sick of writing reports for people who ignored them. He just got sick of being like, here is my excellently detailed report of all the ways in which your security is full of holes, and I spent hours on this, and it's not interesting work to me to format this garbage, but I had to put it all into a neat, readable plan, and here's 60 pages on why your security systems are absolute trash, informationally speaking. And then no one paid attention to them. They were just like, oh, yeah, we did the security audit. So then he moved to, like, phone support for GoDaddy. That was where he went after doing.
I mean, not a bad move, really.
It really probably wasn't. I think he got paid better.
Oh, no kidding.
He's charismatic enough to get a lot of upsells.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, there you go.
Is really what it came down to. Like, he cared enough or something. So, God damn it. I'm so frustrated that this doesn't work.
Did you? I totally forgot. Did you find out does the mining ship actually
It does nothing.
just? Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna have to probably, like, what is that? Did you die?
I did, and I'm coming. I was.
You
like,
did.
100%
Here's your
oxygen.
here's your stuff.
Yeah.
I'm taking your stuff.
Pick it up.
No, where is it? Where'd it go? I lost your welder.
I'm not worried about it.
Oh no, I didn't. There it is. It's mine now.
I just responded. I mean, I had 2% oxygen left.
Yeah, you had a welder.
I got a new one.
Yeah, the only thing you had that was of any value to anyone would probably have been the, like, 3 magazines. What's at this little asteroid nearby?
I don't know.
We're gonna find out the fun way.
I think it was the one that I was headed to, and then I saw that thing, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, it's uranium, gold, and iron.
Oh,
And cobalt. Holy crap.
holy snaps.
And it's tiny, too. This is a tiny little asteroid. Glowworm would eat this thing in like 2 minutes. But not on this server, because voxels are indestructible on this server. It is uranium, iron, gold. There is something else on here. What did I say?
Cobalt.
Oh, cobalt, which is Co. It's an interesting balance of elements.
Oh, so you know what I found out the other day?
Hmm.
Original Xbox modding still a thing.
Yeah? Active communities?
Yeah.
People, like, ripping their Xboxes apart?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like some of the original ones, just you got to do some stuff there. I think like the chip that hold the EEPROM, you have to weld certain pins together to make it read right. Otherwise, it's just read access only,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to like back that up in case you really muddle things up. And
Yeah.
you need
Crazy.
like an original copy of Splinter Cell.
God,
Like not like the greatest hits version or whatever, but like an original copy because I
what was
think
the...
that one has like some form of Linux on
Huh.
it. That's like needed to be able to do all this jazz. But yeah,
Wild.
yeah, look super interesting and run emulators like 1,000 times better than any Raspberry Pi can.
Hmm. So I'm gonna move our ships up there.
What, by the satellite?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose may as
So
well.
it's an unpowered space base. Like, it's
I grab
ours.
like .06 uranium on
Oh,
that
okay.
ship.
To try and
Yeah,
get a little power on it.
2 seconds.
Yeah, I'd be careful with that because it's got guns on it.
Oh, I changed ownership to me
On all the guns already?
on everything. Yeah, it was set
Oh,
to nobody.
no wonder you were out of oxygen.
Yeah,
Oh, because it was set to nobody.
yeah.
Ew. Right. It's just an abandoned station. So I'm thinking that should be our base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna fly the ships over. At least one. I don't think they... Yeah, well, no. No, I don't have enough stuff to actually make them connect to one another in a way that will be meaningful.
Let's go where it was. Like, what do all these button switches do? What do they intend?
Oxygen?
I don't.
Or maybe, they changed the speed too. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, to 110.
Yeah, jetpack speed is 110 and acceleration is higher now.
Yeah, I noticed deceleration is just like you stop on a dime.
Yeah. I think that was actually of the like noticed changes. That was one of the ones that I think was most universally negative in like a
It's how fast.
maybe unexpected way. Yeah. Cuz I understand why almost all of the visual things were super mixed. Because there's
Oh
plenty of it that's like, oh my gosh, I can't see anything until I turn all of this
yeah.
crap off. This garbage is awful. The visor effects are terrible, though I don't think I see any right now. I don't know if they like got rid of those because they were terrible, or if they move those into the post processing tab and I don't see them because I turned post processing off. Um,
Buttons do, in fact, do things.
what do they do?
Gonna find out.
Hmm.
But doors should be on. Let's see here. What does it say?
Sweet.
Pressurize landing zone trigger now. Okay, so it's all they're set up to timer blocks.
Hmm.
They're probably looking depressurize landing zone.
Okay.
What do these other buttons do? Oh, same thing. They got 4 button panels that all do the same thing.
Weird.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess that's a choice you can make.
Must have wanted it so that no matter where you enter from it, they all kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Symmetry.
Yeah.
Forced symmetry. Oh, that's right. I was gonna see if the thingamajig holds anything. Cargo container.
Oh yeah, if there's loot.
Give me that loot.
Which we kind of need since we can't mine. Damn it, Kane.
Oh no.
No? No loot?
Out of electricity already.
Oh, the ship did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only brought like .06.
Okay. I'll bring our ships over and then up. Do I want to? I guess I want to start with the with the respawn ship. That's the one I actually want to bring over. Because the mining ship, not only can I spawn a new one, I'm probably going to get better results out of building one.
Yeah.
I started a Earth Easy Start just to see if mining was working at all, and I only tested with the ships, which now I see was my mistake. But the default mining ship it gives you is like trash. Thruster-wise, it technically works, right? Like it's
spending a ton of fuel just to
functional.
gravity.
I mean, yeah, that's true of any mining in Planet, but on grounds of like a planetary miner, it's mostly trash. The drills are not a compact group. There are 5 drills, and they are set into a conveyor spaced array. So they're open on little twigs of conveyors. They still don't cover the full profile of the ship.
Huh. So you can basically dig surface deep and leave like this sort of checkerboard pattern?
No, you pretty much have to, yeah, you pretty much have to like grind over the whole surface to make a hole big enough to fit in, and then keep doing that all the way down until you get to something useful.
Oh.
Like it's, yeah, it's a trashy mining ship. I was really disappointed. Holy crap, I could make something better in like 10 minutes of designing. Come on.
Right.
I'm a failed engineer and I do better than this.
Just make it so it's like you just twist around or something, you know? A straight line of drills you can make work just by holding Q or E.
Ooh.
Just to turn around.
This ship will not last long under thrust. It'll be okay though. You know, worst comes to worst, we'll just keep respawning ships and then stealing all their uranium, flying out, and deleting them.
There you go.
Yeah, it was really disappointing because, like, I know that at the very least, my my little ship doesn't physically cover itself, right? My little atmospheric miner. I don't know if you've actually seen it built because
the mole, yeah.
Yeah, the mole. The mole doesn't actually cover itself, but it is. The drills are wide enough that they, in destruction mode, will cover the full width of the ship.
Oh, okay.
So you can just right click and go straight into the planet, and it's fine.
Right.
It totally works, and it actually has more than enough thrust that it's fine, and you can build up probably a good 20 or 30k of ore and still get out, and it's fine. And since I usually play on 10x, that's kind of a lot of ore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can build up 100k units of whatever you're mining, and it's fine. Not a problem. There's more than enough thruster for that. And I don't think I spent a long time designing that thing. It's pretty compact and like not very difficult to put together. If I'm being very careful with the projection and doing it layer by layer, it probably takes me 20 minutes to build.
Oh, right.
Like,
yeah, for
it's a simple ship, and it's dramatically better. I wonder if they were on some level like okay with it being a crap ship, so that you would build a nicer one. So that no one would be like, "Yeah, this is good. I'm going to do this." And they were like, "This technically works. It does the job, but it's garbage. And maybe if we give them this as the basic, then they'll build something nicer. And since that's the whole point of the game, if that's their goal, I'm okay with it." Now that I think about it, I've talked myself into being okay with what they have done. In terms of that ship, at least.
I think there are servers out there that have like goals or sort of like stories to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So the YouTube series that got me into this had sort of a story, but mostly in that they played Space Engineers for a long time and then started playing other things. And so they made up a reason that was something like a canon story as to why that they were doing that thing and how it tied into all the things they had already done. It was just a YouTube group that eventually people stopped playing Space Engineers, and so it was just these three guys. And then they were like, let's do a Pulsar, which is a bridge command ship, or bridge command simulator. I think an early cooperative bridge command simulator. I mean, and then they like moved on, and I think they did Arc for maybe an hour and a half. Way before it was anything remotely like the current version, and then they moved on to other things. Play like Trials or whatever that game was.
Just absolutely nothing in the cargo containers. Grinded down a window just to get to one of them, but
I'm kind of okay with it being empty.
yeah, same.
I don't feel bad. Which is weird. I should feel bad because they did all the hard stuff and then left the easy stuff to be done. Design is the hard work. Am I going the right way? Oh no, I'm just not moving at full speed. That's why. Man, it's taken forever. Unless you want to try catching this ship. I don't think it'll hit.
Oh, where? Oh, goodness. I have no idea where you are.
Yeah, it's true. I don't have an antenna on here.
Will it not make it here? What if you just, like, press Y and power it up?
What? No, it'll make it fine. The only thing I would do is, with you catching it, I would go back and pick up the drill.
Oh, okay.
Which I care less about, because the drill is kind of not that great anyway. And then maybe I'll just leave it where it is.
Of any use.
Yeah. If we're going to take this asteroid over, or this station over, once we get voxel destruction working. Damn it, Keen! I'll probably dock, shut down the server, turn all the mods off, turn it back on, and see if it works, and then turn them on one at a time, maybe?
There you go.
What am I at? I am at 8 kilometers, 56 meters a second. I should be good enough to tell you how long that's going to take, but I am not, so I think I will just wait before I take my dex break. I don't know what's in these asteroids. I'm passing some, but I don't want to burn the fuel on stopping. Pretty sure I'm going to the right one. I mean, it's satellite. It has to be the right one.
So I'm bringing all these doors down to just above functional.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case we continue to lose power, at least they'll be... You can just grind them and then empty out your inventory by just tapping on them with the welder.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Because we will. There's not a whole lot of power left in the... in this ship, at least not when it's running. There's about 6 minutes of power at full thrust. So the first thing we need to do is dump uranium in here. I am...
That probably won't even last us but a few minutes.
4.5 kilometers out. There's uranium at a asteroid about 2 kilometers away from the satellite and or space station.
Just
Yeah. Once we figure out how voxel destruction works. Dang it. just. Now they're talking about pictures. Huh. Seeing what they're doing on the server that also contains the 2 other people I play Space Engineers with. We got a newbie on that server.
Say what?
Yeah, he's new to the game.
This game?
Yeah. He started playing and thought it was super fun. Some guy I played with on a different thing. I don't know if I did that on YouTube. I think I did.
Is it this Deadly Kitten character?
Actually no, Nito Cheeto. Deadly Kitten has a decent amount of experience, though I think I'm still a little bit more experienced than he is.
Ship fuel low.
Okay. I move in pretty close. Yeah, there's no connector on this ship, so I don't care.
Oh, or I mean, it's on the bottom.
Yeah, it is. I'm right by it.
Ship fuel low.
No, there's no connector on. Oh, is there a connector on this ship? You're saying? Did you add
On the
it?
bottom. No, it's there by default.
Oh, so I can link up right up until the power fails.
Yup.
At which point we'll begin to wonder what to do with ourselves, because if power fails on everything, I don't think we have much options
Yeah, we won't.
except spawning a new
It's
ship.
called a cool thing. Straight down, yeah, you should link up to port a little bit. Oh, there's no way for it to actually magnetize with you because you can't transfer power to it until.
Oh yeah, there's no power on the. It's fine. This is close enough.
I can just go throw like point something in it.
Oh, I'm gonna just ditch my inventory and then taking a break. Here, free materials. None of which are uranium, unfortunately, so that doesn't really help as much as it might. Oh, the door's been open. All right. I'm gonna get out to where I can see everything. Are there gravity generators on the?
Not that I've found.
There we go. H. Tab. Oh, that's a cool shot too. Off. Yes. Yes, take that picture, and then I'm going to throw up my little I'm on a break thing. Really happy I figured out how to do that. Throw in like titles in OBS. Oh, that actually looks really good. I think that looks really good. I would appreciate it if you jumped on the stream and let me know your opinions, artistically speaking, of that shot.
Sure.
But I will be right back.
Oh, Chrome always takes forever. Do do. Oh dang, does look good. Oh, I thought it was a still shot. I see all like guns moving and stuff. What's up, John? run out of power that again.
Okay, I'm back.
So yeah, that looks totally sick.
Right? I need to take more screenshots. But what I actually need is...
But I gave it power and it like ran out immediately.
There's a lot on this ship. Or on the station. So...
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Alright. And I'm actually pretty low on oxygen. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna go get an oxygen boost. And then I'm gonna go and get the drill. Because it actually has a decent amount of uranium in it. Though no connector. Because, I mean, gosh, who builds a thing with connectors? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. What?
Actually, since I'm refilling, I probably don't need the bottle.
Turrets we want.
No.
There is a gravity generator here. Right, yeah, definitely turn that off.
Yeah, I don't need one of those. That's a waste of time. I can probably pick up that frame somewhere. Oh, you know what? Nope, never mind. I was going to look at all of these asteroids on the way back, but I left my drill behind and I don't want to turn around and get it.
There's probably some left over in the cargo.
There's 2 or 3 in the cargo. I just happened to leave it in the cargo. That's how I know there's 2 or 3 of them in there. So I can't go and check the ores on the things on the way back. And I'm too lazy to turn around and go get it, so I'm just going to go pick up the, the asteroids. Oh, you know what I did?
What's that?
Nothing. You know what I didn't do is turn off the on a quick break, be right back text. I'm not on a quick break, people who joined right now. All none of you. I'm actually playing, technically. Yeah, I gotta pick that up as a image and use that because I think that makes a really good splash. It might be even better than the other one I took.
Turned off everything except for like essential life support stuff. Oh my goodness.
All right, see if it lasts more than a couple seconds.
Yeah, hope so. We are out of uranium. We're grabbing 0.02.
Yeah.
Trying to be really sparing.
The drill should have a bit in it. That should help. Of course, you know, it's 15 kilometers away. Oh. Wiggle, body. Wiggle. Wiggle. Wiggle more. You ever used Alt to look around in your spacesuit?
Oh no.
Look down at your body and watch it wiggle. Wiggle, buddy.
It's not moving.
Oh. I mean, it doesn't move when I just look at it, but when I'm like moving my head around a bunch, my arms kind of wiggle a little bit. It's silly. Don't need that. There we go.
Dang, did I accidentally turn off all the doors? Doors.
Doors don't take energy.
For some reason, it still turned them.
I guess I can do that here. I can even do that over here. Yes. I have more than enough screens to make this happen. I only have 4 in easy reach of my desk right now that are powered on and computer accessible.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, but still. I don't know what happened, but all our uranium just.
It just eats it.
It is just rifling through it, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it's GPS marked. It's probably better to come back to it later when we actually have resources to beat it.
Yeah. I'm still gonna. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna grab this little drill ship because there's uranium nearby. And now that our primary ship is there, we've got refineries nearby.
Yeah.
So as long as we let the main ship stay feasible, where are we? DOS.
I don't think it uses
That's
any
not how you
energy
use
while
that.
just idling, does it?
The ship?
Yeah.
I think there are interior lights.
Well, I suppose keeping the med room on.
Yeah, I think the med bay takes some. So we'll kick this up to maximum. Apparently maximum thrust, it has about an hour left in it. The mining ship does. What am I looking for? I am looking for space engineers. Voxel's indestructible. That's from 2015. You don't count. Not a real post anymore. This game has updated only a couple hundred times since then. Tutorial scenarios. Yeah, I remember those. I remember when those were broken. Do you remember that? When you couldn't do the ship tutorial mission because you couldn't actually get in it because the ownership was broken? That was great.
I do not recall that.
Mm-hmm.
My first
I think
interaction.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say my first interaction with this game was it just popped up in my theme list one day. I was like, oh okay, I'll check it out for a little bit. And, that was with the old heads-up display.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've still got videos up with the old heads-up display.
Man, I want to say that was like 4 years ago.
No, it wouldn't have been that long ago. Maybe unless there were multiple changes, because I definitely remember recording. I went to record a here's all the stuff I built since the last time I recorded, but I'm changing worlds now video. Because I recorded a bunch of stuff before my computer could handle it. And something changed somewhere and I lost basically all of my frames, which made me really angry because I had a beautiful sequence that I had recorded, and I even went through the whole effort of editing the whole thing, and I really should have quit early on. I realized by the time I was done ready to render it that it was garbage because I was getting maybe 1 frame every 25 seconds.
Oh man.
It was trash, and it was awful because it was when I first built a mining ship. Like my very first mining ship after having taken the Lone Survivor start and gone out and just manually mined everything for hours of this game, right? Like you do. You go out and you just mine everything and you build stuff. And you're like I had built a whole little base inside or a miner base inside and everything was great and upgraded a couple things. And I was like, I need a mining ship to make this really work. So I went and I built a mining ship and I went to all the effort and then I went and mined like a freaking demon and pulled up maybe 1 million kilo of stuff. with this mining ship, and I recorded it all, and I edited it down, and I had this awesome sequence. Because there was one point where I was like, "Oh, there's gold in the middle of this rock. I'm gonna get that gold," and I just dug into the one of the little sphere protrusions
Yeah.
that has stuff in the very center of it, and I dug all the way into it to gold. And that took ages. But I edited this beautiful video of clips of me mining a whole bunch of different resources, interspersed with clips of me getting closer and closer to this freaking gold. And then I did the whole thing to the dwarves mining song from Snow White to Hi Ho. I did the whole thing to Hi Ho. Like I overlaid it, and it was this gorgeous set. But the whole thing was done in, a frame every 10 seconds, which was just trash. It was trash video, and I was so mad because it was such good footage of just cackling with delight as I finally was able to mine stuff, and it's all gone to the mists of time. And then I finally got a computer that could play this game. Figured out my settings and was able to record with like actual frame rates. And I was like, all right, guys, I'm just going to do a tour of the, 10 or 15 hours that I put into this game since the last time you saw me. And hopefully I don't hit the station. Because I think I got distracted there. No, good, I missed the station. This is the thing I wanted to do. Did I miss the station? No. Ooh, that was a good stop. 250 meters out.
What? I don't see you anywhere.
I'm 150 meters away from you. I'm headed toward the docking port opposite our mining ship. Or opposite our survival ship. Yeah. So, yeah, I did a tour video, and the first thing that happened when I opened it up was me noticing that they had completely overhauled the HUD. And it was,
How long
like-
ago was that?
I don't know. I'll go look when I uploaded it because it's still on my YouTube channel. But it's at the... And that was back when I cared enough to do seasons still. Before I did everything live and just stopped caring about tagging things properly. Let's go see. What do we got here? I actually do want to know. Let's open the video manager and take a look. I'm going to just turn the ship off.
Whoops. What? Oh, turn
Oh, yeah.
access denied. Oh, there you go.
Access denied. Oh, I can fix that.
Oh yeah, you're doing the river dance like crazy.
Control A. No, I said Control A. Thank you. Transfer to... No, don't transfer to nobody. Share with faction. Thank you. But it's offline because I didn't want it. Go by playlists, and that is in the Space Engineers playlist. I think that's Season 2, Episode 0. Nope, I lied. There is no Season 2, Episode 0.
Well, how long ago was it?
Well, Season 2, Episode 1 was posted on April 15th of 2017, so less than a year ago.
Huh.
Is there a recorded on date? No.
So I'm trying to think how long ago. I mean, I know at least 3 years ago they had the old heads-up display.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My sense of time.
Yeah, it's completely lost.
I just remember that because I was like watching YouTube videos from 3 years ago, like the other week, of people making crazy huge stuff.
And you're like, what even is this? Oh, Season 2 F-Zero is listed in my original Space Engineers playlist. That's why. It's not in my Season 2 playlist. And it is posted after I started Season 2, actually. Huh. I doubt I have the recordings of that still. I probably deleted those. But that is... Oh, no. That's where I just crashed into the planet like 20 times. Never mind. Here's my farewell tour. Which was me taking a tour of my base on the same date. And yeah, no, I spent a lot of time being like, whoa, what is this HUD? What on earth is this heads-up display doing? Let me look at the old one here, because it's been too long since I've seen how bad it was. Oh. No, I like that one.
Kind of liked it too.
Yeah. Like, I get how people would like the visual bars and the and the new Artificial Horizon. I like the old one though. I've forgotten what that looked like. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
That was really great. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Everything is offline. I would have to drill it to get in. Do we have a drilled hole?
Say what?
Do we have a hole that we drilled into this? Why is there a laser antenna on the very top? That's kind of silly.
There's one on the other end too.
That's also kind of silly. Oh, maybe it's less silly if they're on both ends. You know, I guess it's okay.
I think there's a way to, if you have a remote control on a ship, get it to automatically land to specific coordinates.
Yeah?
I think if there's like, if you set GPS coordinates to like a certain spot, you can use a laser antenna to guide a ship like exactly to that spot.
Hmm. That was pretty wild.
I'm not 100% on that, but
Huh.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone do it.
Okay. Do I have anything in my inventory? I do not. I think it might be time to attempt reloading this with none mods. Oh, but we should probably turn this... Oh, did you turn it back on? We turned off the mining ship. That's fine. The mining ship can be offline. It doesn't need to do anything. The respawn ship needs to stay online.
Oh, I think I'm gonna get some sleep though.
Okay. Yeah, we'll
It's like
probably...
9:30 here.
Oh, yeah. Guess so. We'll pick this up some other time then.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
I'm just going to step in here and log out because there's no cryo chambers yet. Because we don't have any resources. God damn it. Keen. I'll probably... The next time I boot this up, I will... Actually, I might do it right now. I will shut this down, take all the mods off. I've got the numbers saved. And then turn it back on. And then we can see the next time we come on if it fixes the issue with the voxel destruction. Because I think there's asteroids not too far from here we can test with.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one like less than a km away, I think.
Is there? I think I marked one like 2 out. Though I don't know where. Oh, there's all those ones that I can visually see are easily less than 2 kilometers out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll check those out and make sure that it's working. So,
800 meters.
but we will do that next time.
Yeah, sounds good.
for now, we will probably go to bed. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out. This was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we got, well, sort of working.
Yeah. I'm kind of okay. I'm okay with the middle status that we got.
Yeah, it's progress. Sort
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, we're able to at least get to the server when it says that mods are loading. So that's a start.
And not fighting inventory updates.
Probably. It's hard to say. We haven't done anything, so.
Yeah.
Though the test stuff I did indicated that inventory updates were probably working. I started a fresh role on the server and then joined to it and built a little platform with solar panels and stuff, so it was probably working. All right. Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too.